Hello and welcome back to The Stack, and here are today's top stories. The first story, 14 Republican senators just betrayed every Republican in America. Last night, they came to an agreement with Democrats on some gun control legislation, at least an outline for gun control legislation, including red flag laws, which are absolutely insane and ridiculous, and I think one of the biggest threats to the Second Amendment in America. I mean, it's insane. Think about it. Some left-wing person on Facebook doesn't like your political views, so they go and they report you to the authorities. And the authorities, say it's a left-wing run city, they say, oh yeah, this person is definitely a threat. And then the police come to your house and they take your guns, and you have no way of arguing with it because the state has determined that you are a threat. You lose your guns, no due process, anything. That's what 14 Republicans just agreed to doing in America. I cannot stress how much of a threat and a betrayal this is to America and the Second Amendment. I mean, when is the last time that a Democrat from a deep blue state crossed party lines to betray the left? And so they never go to the other side. But Republicans from deep red states seem to have no issue going to the other line and voting with Democrats. But Democrats never do that. So I don't know what Republicans are thinking. So I'm just going to read you the 14 Republican senators, just so you all know who they are. They were Senator John Cornyn of Texas, Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, Lisa Murkowski, Todd Young, Joni Ernst, Bill Cassidy, Susan Collins, Roy Blunt, Tom Tillis, Richard Burr, Rob Portman, Lindsey Graham, Mitt Romney, and Shelby Moore Capito of West Virginia. 14. Very, very bad. Total betrayal. And the second story. Well, the January 6th committee hearings have just been an utter disaster for Democrats and Liz Cheney. Most Americans thinks it's a total sham. It's not on the top of anyone's mind when they're paying $6 for gas. January 6th really wasn't as big of a deal as Democrats are making it. We already know that the TV ratings have been horrific. Americans are tuning out. Well, now we have some fun video evidence, too, of just how terrible these hearings are. The Speaker of the Arizona House of Representatives was testifying, and a person behind him struggled to stay awake during this. I'm going to play a little video for you here where you can see this man on the left behind him. You see him in the little box there. He is literally falling asleep during this testimony. That's how uninteresting the January 6th committee hearing is. I think it just really summarizes what the January 6th committee hearing is. It's a total sham. No one cares. No one's listening. And the third story. Oh, Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris has been a total failure as a vice president. She was put in charge of the border crisis, and she's done nothing to deal with it. There are people dying of fentanyl. We're being invaded at the southern border. Nothing is happening. She has terrible approval ratings. She did absolutely horrific in the primary when she ran against Joe Biden and all the other Democrats. And Biden just picked her because she fit the qualifications, which to him are just skin color and gender, to be vice president. And like I said, she remains wildly unpopular. And if Joe Biden doesn't run in 24, she's probably the likely nominee. Well, now we have more evidence that no one likes Kamala Harris. So the DNC was trying to sell tickets to a fundraiser with Kamala Harris in May, and you could pay $15,000 to have your picture taken with Kamala Harris. And the event was canceled because they couldn't sell enough tickets. Apparently no one wanted pictures with her. So they've rescheduled an event for an upcoming fundraiser in California. And the price for that is now only $5,000. And even for $5,000, I don't think they're going to sell enough tickets. But really, I mean, this just shows how much of a disaster Kamala Harris is. They can't even get their biggest supporters to spend money for a picture with Kamala Harris. And I think this really shows the challenges that Democrats are going to face in 2022 and 2024. So if you want to stay up to date on the latest Kamala Harris news, the latest on the sham January 6th committee hearings, and the latest on Republicans supporting gun control, head to westernjournal.com. And please be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode of The Stack.